Welcome to another episode of the Leadership Show, number 4. I had been pondering on something for a while, and I didn't want to just rely on my own opinion. So today I came across a resource that I can use as a testimony to my perspective or my recommendation as to what is happening, So I was watching the news, and in South Korea, they've been receiving a colony or colonies of vultures for the past few years. And they notice something interesting. There are times where they were not having enough food, they were not praying as they used to get the food. So one of the restaurant owners decided to feed them a few times a week, because the area where they happen to be is not too far from his restaurant. And it's been paying off, because now they have been attracting more and more locals, tourists, which means that his restaurant began to be busy and busy as well. He was blessed in return. I did not expect to see this with all the turmoil that's happening in South Korea, so I must really commend the government of South Korea, especially the Minister of Environment of South Korea, Jin, for allowing such great initiatives to rise from among the people of the country. It was very, very good to see. And now they are also have become an inspiration for further researches, and it was discovered that many years ago some of them had eaten from dead cows' bodies, got sick, and the sickness spread contamination to human beings, and it led to quite a few thousand people dying in South Korea. So when we see these things, it makes us realize that even animals want to live, and they are classy, they have manners, which brings me to our wild turkeys in Montreal. they've been in Montreal for a while now, within the city. And I had heard this before with the ducks that we have within our city here in Calgary. And I've been hearing that as well with the wild turkeys in Montreal. That the people have been told to not feed them. Okay. And I'm sure within the city they can fetch for their food, probably eat from garbages. But I would suggest to Mayor VALERIE and to the Minister of Environment of Quebec, Mr. BENOIT, to consider other options. I remember the village where we are. There was a time we used to have birds on the balcony a lot. There are lots of birds in the village and a lot of squirrels and when many of them began to come on the balcony, I made it my point to get a huge container. In my native land in Benin, what human eats is what bird creature eats. Here in Canada, there's just another approach. We have pet stores, we have this, but since I am not specialized with all those food with pet stores, I went with a certain rule of thumb. They will not eat from the floor. But I'll make sure I can put certain things healthy, things that will not spoil, things that I hope they digest very easily. And I noticed that those who were coming on the balcony, the big platter that I had there for them, it was finishing pretty quickly. So if the birds are coming within the city for many reasons, maybe because of food, maybe because of other predators, or maybe for XYZ reason, I've been watching the news and I've seen that they've been quite civilized. They've been playing police officers, stopping in the cars in the middle of the street. They've been doing standing on trees, standing on the top of some of the houses. They've been having fun within the city. They've been running with humans. And I would say that for the dogs that we have here, I remember going to Princess Island Park once, and people feed them. When they see people eating, they love to come around. So birds have taste. They have taste, and we just have to learn to collaborate with them and live among them, and then they become an incredible blessing. As wild as they can be, if they come among humans, it means they are there for a reason. And until we find out the reason, let's team up. Some have expertise about pet stores. Go ahead. Otherwise, there are things that basically are good for wild birds, because even the Lord tells us that when He created birds, He wanted them to multiply on the earth. And I think that is in Genesis 22. So, to each wisdom, and hopefully whatever we do our best to keep them alive and protect them from having frozen feet. And that was today's episode of the Leadership Show, episode 4.